You know you better pick up that phone when I got tea. Listen, New York City, you did it. You elected Mamdani to be your new mayor. Well, did you know that he was backed by Alex Soros, son of billionaire George Soros? And both of them are millionaires, like father, like son. But anyway, that's just a little tidbit of information. Listen, I am almost excited to watch your mouth drop when you realize that the same hand that feeds you is the same hand that will stop you when they want dominance and control. Kind of like the shutdown of the government when they admitted they used you as leverage. Anyway, listen, Mamdani last night after he won, he said, I speak of Yemeni bodega owners and Mexican abuelas, Senegalese taxi drivers and Uzbek nurses, Trinidadian line cooks and Ethiopian aunties. Yes, I said aunties.
And this is where a lot of people are furious. Like, this is the people he represents. When I take a look at his speech, I was like, I don't know if someone could advise this guy or what exactly. I've seen a lot of videos coming out on social media, which I'm about to show you. But before I do that, let's continue with this video.
I have a question for the white liberal women out there. Why? Why do you do this time after time? Like, y'all are the first ones in many cases who talk about how you're scared of walking alone in your own cities at night, right? But then you enthusiastically throw your support behind candidates who are literally campaigning on policies that would make your cities less safe. And you want to act like you would never need a man's help for anything, but you drop that strong, independent woman act real quick whenever you feel like you're in danger, you need someone to protect you. But why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you look for reasons to throw on a Handmaid's Tale outfit or costume, knowing full well that you have far more rights afforded to you than women in many other parts of the world, including many of those majority Muslim countries that you're always trying to get individuals to come to America from? Why would you endorse more people from those kinds of countries that are restrictive towards women to come over here and then claim that wanting them to assimilate is in itself some hateful thing, when the very things that they think are normal are the actual policies that would actually subjugate you and force you to feel like a second-class citizen in your own countries? And some of y'all even go as far as to say, oh, well, we want to just make the world better for the next generation, right? But many of y'all are actively participating in making sure the next generation doesn't even have a chance to live, because many of you, under the convenient banner of women's health care.
Yes, I always say this, elections has consequences. When you take a look at the result sheet of this guy, you will realize white young women play a greater role to his victory. What this man is saying on this video is very important. That is the truth. I watch a lot of videos, people say, oh, I don't like walking alone, the street is unsafe, things like that. Then you look at someone that is campaigning on that same policies, you don't even think. I understand people usually do this because they want to show their hatred toward Trump. Trump will not be there on the street to protect you. So taking a decision, thinking maybe this is the right thing, a lot of people need to realize this. I saw this guy's victory. I saw his campaign, what he did to win over Gen Zs, because majority of the people on that list is Gen Zs because of the TikTok videos. But immediately after he won, he changed the tone. He's angry. That was now his real self. Then just imagine what we are going to experience in the few days ahead.
So now that Mamdani won New York City mayoral race, here's a question I got for you. Who do you think is moving to New York City? Who's actually moving? Not forget about the people that are moving out. Or 756,000 families are definitely thinking about moving out of New York City. No. Who's moving to New York City? You may say nobody. You're wrong. A lot of people will. But you know what type of people? Let's go through it together. You think job creators are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think investors are moving to New York City? Probably not. You think families who want safety for their kids and the criminals to be kept into prison are going to be going to New York City? No. You think people that are pro Second Amendment, safety, low taxes are going to be moving to New York City? No. But who will be moving to New York City? If you're a criminal, it's a great time to move to New York City. Think about it. He wants to let people out of prison. Guess what? I'm not telling you to move there, but it's a great policy. If you're somebody that doesn't want to work at all, and you just want entitlement programs, this is a massive opportunity to move to New York City. Massive opportunity to move to New York City. If you're an illegal immigrant, are you kidding me? Like, this is heaven for you. He will protect you. Move to New York City. He will protect you. He's for you. So I think New York City is about to have a net migration increase, not decrease. Everyone's thinking they're going to lose people. They're not going to lose people. It's about to increase. Let me tell you what type of people are going to move there. All of those people we just talked about. FYI, I'm Armenian and Assyrian. You know when Armenians left Iran or Lebanon or Armenia, where they moved to? Glendale. And we all moved because we felt safer there. You know what type of people are going to move to New York City? People who are Democratic Socialists, people who are Muslims. I would feel safe there if he's the mayor. And people who are wanting entitlement programs. This guy's been raised by a rich family. Mom made money, dad's made money, and entitled. It's kind of cool.
Yet, when Patrick Pet David posted this video, I went through the comment section to see what people are saying. There is a comment that drew my attention. When you take a look at this, Patrick, you are 100% correct about who is going to be moving to New York City. But think about it, all the people that are going to be moving away from New York City are the ones that create jobs, who make money, people that pay taxes to support those entitlement programs. When all those people leave, and then all the people that are looking for handout move there, there will be no funding to pay for the programs. That means he will have to cut funding for the police, sanitation, parks, and recreation. This will not improve the happiness of people's lives, and their community. I want to know your thought about this comment. What Patrick Pet David said here make a lot of sense if you actually understand exactly what he's talking about. Before this guy came in, a lot of companies were already moving out. Now the situation has worsened because what this guy campaigned on, there are a lot of things that I'm even surprised that he was doing or he's promising to do as a Muslim. I was shocked because there are things I know that they don't agree on. But as a Democrat, you have to fall in line.
What it taught us is that the Democratic Party is a big tent party. It's an inclusive party. We have a man who is the first Muslim mayor of New York City, who is a very, very important politician. I think he's a very special politician, and I think people want change. And so he may not be the face of the Democratic Party, but what is the face of the Democratic Party? There are many faces. There are women. There are centrists. There are independents. Become the opposition party. You meet energy with energy. When they go low, you go lower. I am sorry, but that is where we are now. We need that opposition.
Scott, do you agree with that?
I mean, these are off-year elections in blue states. And I was expecting Democrats to win. I think a couple things can be true. Number one, it's easy to overread this. These are blue state elections. You had a proposition on the ballot in California that was supported by the Democrats. They run California. New York City is a liberal city. It's easy to overread this. I wouldn't overread it. Virginia, in particular, has never been a great bellwether. I don't think a lot of folks had a lot of confidence in the Virginia campaign. People who have businesses. He said an interesting quote, no problem too large for government to solve.
Or too small, important.
And so when you think of the world that way, that every problem, no matter how small or how large, is something for government to do, let me just decipher this for you. Tax increases as far as the eye can see, which means the people who need to provide jobs to the young people that you say need jobs are going to flee as quickly as they possibly can.
Talk is cheap. It is now time for actions. Let's wait and observe what he's going to do. I'm not going to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing all my videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips, That is for the YT algorithm. They hardly recommend videos on this channel.
19. And by extension,
it voted overwhelmingly for Donald Trump, who is not a moderate president.
3 times.
3 times.
Over 40. He beat Hillary by 41 points.
Right.
He beat Joe. He got lost to Joe Biden.
But not in West Virginia.
No, he still won by 40 points.
Right.
This let me know one thing. This ain't got nothing to do with color. This ain't got nothing to do with color. It's either God's side or Satan's side.
And that was my first instant. Have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like
history. Wait, when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, he even gets an off.
If the Democrats
because how many times do somebody asks
for?
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American...
Give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
happening at the moment?
Yeah.
President Obama is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show.
To spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite...
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said that he doesn't...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.
I mentioned last night Trump was bragging about how...
Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Peggy D.
Many were surprised to see Darth Renner.
Between now...
60 minutes for editing an interview.
Have mercy, y'all. Nancy Pelosi looks